Welcome to episode 4 of the Saltwater Beginner's Guide, where I show you how to set up a reef tank in a very simple way. In the first episode we went over the equipment, which is basically just a tank, a canister filter and a freshwater LED light. We also made the hardscape out of Reef Rocks. In the second episode I showed you how to make your own saltwater, we added in the live sand and then we added in some beautiful macroalgae. In episode number 3 the brown algae started to appear, so I added in some snails. I also took a few easy corals out of my other reef tank and moved them over to our new system. Guys, I am nervous. Got a box full of corals over here and I've ordered corals online a few times now. It's always either same day delivery or next day delivery. Always works very well. Now this one was shipped to me on Tuesday. It's supposed to be here on Wednesday. It's now Friday. So these corals have been in shipment for almost 4 days. I have no idea if they're still alive. We're gonna check. I don't like those dramatic videos, but yeah, this is a little bit scary to be honest. Yeah, how do you tell if a coral is still alive or not? I mean, doesn't look too bad. Before we continue, look at the amount of packages that we have in here. So these corals were actually shipped to me by, where is it? Here it is. Caribsea. So this is actually a German online store. And I've ordered from them, I think once or twice in the past. But this order is actually sponsored. They've actually sent me all these corals for free. Yeah, so they actually reached out to me a few weeks ago. They said, Mark, we really like your content. We want to be able to support your channel. So they sent me a bunch of corals for free. And I also have an affiliate link. So if you guys want to order some corals from Caribsea, I'll leave a link in the video description. But yeah, let's continue with the unboxing. I mean, so far everything actually looks okay. But it's a bit hard to see because everything is like wrapped and stuff like that. So I'm going to start unwrapping some things. Okay, this is actually insane. So we have 22 of those green cups and we have 3 bags, so 25 different corals in total. So I told the guys at Caribsea, just surprise me. I told them, I showed them a picture of my tank. This is my tank. I want to keep easy corals only. And yeah, just send me like a mystery box. They said no problem. So I thought maybe they're going to send me like 5, 6, 7 corals maybe. But I did not expect 25. Okay, let me try and show you kind of what we have in here. We have a Sinularia brassica green. Here we have Discosoma, which is like a mushroom coral. Over here we have an acan. I actually thought acan were difficult, so maybe this is an easy version of an acan. Then we have a few different varieties of zoa, so like, yeah, just buttons. Then in the bag we have a Sinularia yellows. This is a yellow soft coral. And these two are both gorgonians. You can kind of see this one is quite long and branchy. Gorgonians are basically a really long and kind of branchy, I think it's soft coral as well. Usually gorgonians are quite easy to keep. Now normally when you buy corals online, I would always recommend to do a so-called coral dip. So for example, Seachem has the reef dip, so they call it a coral disinfectant. So when you buy corals online, they always come on like a little plug. And in the coral and in the plug you can always have like tiny little creatures or pests, like things that you don't actually want in your reef tank. So I always recommend to do a reef dip. I think for these corals I'm not going to do it because they've already been in shipping for 3 days. I don't want to put more stress on them with the reef dip. So I think I'm just going to take my chances. They all look very clean. Kind of trust Caribsea as well, so I'm just going to place them in here without dipping. But if you have the time for it, I would always recommend to do a reef dip. But before we add in all the new corals, let's take a quick moment to just appreciate how well the tank is doing. I want to say it's now like 6 weeks old. I first added water on the 16th of July and at the time of filming it is now 29th of August, so yeah, like a month and a half. So I haven't really changed anything since the last video. I think the only change I made is I've added one more coral right here in the center. That's a long polyp mushroom coral, I want to say. Put the name on the screen. But yeah, besides that I haven't really done anything. I haven't done any water changes. I've just added some nutrients for the macroalgae, and as you can see the macroalgae is growing quite fast. Still no fish, but I think we're going to add some fish soon. Okay, so I'm just going to open up all these containers. I'll discard the water and I'm just going to take the corals and place them in the front sand bed over here. Then we can just observe them for 24 hours and then we can just take our time and decide the placement for each coral. So I'm just going to place them randomly in the front right now, and then later on we can glue them to the rock structure if necessary. Okay, first one going in is the Sinularia brassica green, or whatever you want to call these names. Okay, next up we have a Discosoma mushroom. Moving on to a Zoa. This is the Zoanthus tiger's blood. Okay, this one is completely new to me. This is called a, I think, Calastrea mint, this is. I do have to say that these corals are really well packaged. So the name is written on the front of the container. Then inside the container we have some carbon, to absorb any ammonia or whatever. And if you open up the lid, you can see that the plug is kind of pushed into some foam. So then you take it out. So actually the coral cannot move in the container, it cannot get damaged by bumping into the wall or whatever. So yeah, they've been in shipping for more than 3 days and they look super healthy. Alright, all the corals unboxed. That was a lot. But look at this, guys. This one over here. The green one. That's beautiful. I didn't think that corals could look this good in a tank with just a normal freshwater light, I thought for those neon colors you'd need the blue light, but I guess not. These ones look good as well, the Calastea or whatever they're pronounced. We have 3 of those, 1, 2 and 1 more over there. Bunch of Zoas, so these are Zoas, the buttons, they're still all closed up. This one's starting to slowly open up. Yeah, this is looking really good. Now from those 22 green containers, there was just one that I thought, okay, this one has a bit of a funky smell. It was actually this one. I still place it in the tank. It doesn't necessarily look bad, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm really happy with that, and I'm happy that everything still seems to be, sort of healthy and alive. We'll see how everything develops in the next couple of hours. See if things are going to start opening up. I'll keep you guys posted. And these were the 3 corals that were in the bags, not in the green container. So these 2 are both gorgonians. They're going to grow much bigger, much taller. And this one is a Sinularia, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, a couple days have passed. We have another box we need to open. But first let's have a quick look at the tank. Okay, so yesterday I glued all the corals to the rock work. Kind of tried to group them a little bit. So I've added the Zoas to the rock over here and to the rock over there. I think we had 6 different types, so I've got 3 over there and 3 over there. The gorgonians, so the long branchy ones, I added on this side, and one over there, one over there. This one's not a gorgonian, but it kind of looks a bit similar. And over here on the left side I added all 3 of the Palestra, I think they're called. And then on the lower part we have the kind of like mushroom looking like corals. Now at the moment it looks a bit weird with all the piece of frag plug that you can see, but there's just no way, there's no way around that. Over time the corals will kind of cover those frag plugs and you will not see them anymore. Just right now in the beginning it looks a bit unnatural. But yeah, I'm really happy with how things are developing. Like, it just starts looking better and better every day. So yeah, we have corals, we have macroalgae, we have snails. The only thing we don't have yet is fish. But that's what's in the box that I just showed you, so we're going to add that soon. Very excited. I just want to kind of run something by you guys. As you know, downstairs I have a saltwater tank with 2 clownfish. And over here I have the reef bowl with the, what's the name again? The yellowtail chromis, I think it's called. So my initial plan was to add all those fish in here. But at the moment I'm kind of having some doubts. So the clownfish, they just look really good in the tank downstairs. I'm not sure if I want to remove them from the tank, because then the tank is pretty much empty, Like, there's still some creatures in there, but the main inhabitants of that tank are the clownfish. So I need you guys to help me make a decision if I should take the clownfish out and move them in here, or just leave them in the tank and let them be happy in there. Same thing with the chromis in the bowl. He looks really happy in there. Do I take him out or do I leave them in there? Just not sure, I'm afraid that if I take the clownfish out of the reef tank downstairs, if I take the chromis out of the bowl, then I'm gonna get bored with those tanks, sort of. And then I'm just gonna start neglecting them. Then eventually I'll take them down, which I'm not sure if I want to do that. So I just need a little bit of help from you guys. But yeah, let's start with these fish, and then, I mean, these are only small, so I think for sure we can still add the clownfish and the chromis if we decide to. Anyway, enough talk for now. Let's see what we have in here. All right, so we've got 3 bags. First up, we've got a yellow coral goby, I think it's called. Yellow clown goby, I'm not sure. He's really cute. Then next up, oh, he is pretty. Might be a bit hard to see. In here we have a bicolor blenny. Really excited about this one. So he's blue and he's yellow orange. And then another super colorful fish. In here we have a royal grama, it's called. So we have purple and yellow. Man, saltwater fish are just colorful on another level. Like, you can't even compare it to freshwater fish. Okay, so I've just opened the bag, attached them to the glass with the clamp. Now I'm just gonna slowly add a little bit of water every 5 minutes or so, and then in 30 minutes we can release them. Not sure if this guy's doing very good. He seems to be, he's not really moving a whole lot. Maybe that's normal for this type of fish. I'm completely new to this royal grama. This one seems to be doing really good. This one looks good, so yeah, very excited. Okay guys, so a few days have passed again. All the fish have settled in well. Everybody's doing good. The yellow clown goby is a little bit skinny. He needs to fatten up a little bit, so I'm trying to feed him extra. I've also added a lid to the tank because the royal grama, so the fish with the purple and yellow color, and they're kind of known to be jumpers, so I want to make sure he cannot jump out. But yeah, I mean, we now have fish, we have corals, we have macroalgae, we have snails, so the reef tank is kind of complete. Now we just need to wait for the corals to just start growing more. The macroalgae is already due for a trimming session. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this tank is developing. So I want to give a huge shout out to Caribsea for providing me with all these beautiful corals. And again, I will leave my affiliate link in the video description. So if you want to buy some new corals, if you want to buy your first corals, do check out their website. Also, don't forget to let me know in the comments if I should or if I should not add in the clownfish and my yellowtail damsel. I mean, we can definitely add more fish in here, but I just don't know what to do with those 2 setups, you know? So let me know your thoughts. I think this is it for now. Guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.